Nutrition. Polarity promotes the flow of life energy. Therefore, polarity teachings advocate a plant-based diet consisting of whole grains, cooked and raw vegetables and fruits, nuts, beans, herbs, and spices. Diet can be building to the system or purifying and cleansing, or it can be such that it maintains the system. With this in mind, it is helpful to understand what is appropriate for a particular constitution and state of health. To try and cleanse the system when it needs building or go on a rigid diet when the maintenance diet is in order may do more harm than good. A diet consisting of the staples of brown rice or basmati rice with steamed vegetables is the most balanced. Beans combined in a ratio of 1 part beans to 2 to 4.2 parts rice supply a complete and inexpensive protein. People who find beans hard to digest may try sprouting them and only eating them once a day. Using more cooked foods and whole grains builds the system. Add plenty of sprouts, raw salads, and fruits, and especially organic foods that are in season and grown locally. Food properties and taste. Foods and herbal medicines can be viewed according to their individual taste and properties. There are 6 tastes in Ayurveda: bitter, pungent, or spicy, astringent, sour, salty, and sweet. The 4 properties considered are hot, warm, and cool and cold. In Chinese medicine, there are also 6 tastes. However, sour and astringent are often combined in a single taste, while bland is considered to be the 6th, with a neutral property. In Ayurvedic nutrition, the tridosic concept is fundamental to understanding the effect of food taste on an individual. The 3 doshas, tridosha, are vata, pitta, and kapha. Briefly, the relationship between the doshas and the elements is this. Vata is composed of ether and air. Pitta is composed of fire and water. Kapha is composed of water and earth. The doshas are elaborated in another section that discusses the chakras. Bitter taste, according to Dr. Ballantyne in his book Diet and Nutrition, slightly decreases kapha and also slightly decreases pitta. Bitter has its strongest effect in increasing vata. Dr. Ladd says bitter consists of air plus ether and has a cooling property with a catabolic, that means breaking down complex into simple action. Some examples of bitter foods and herbs include dandelion root, coffee, and fenugreek seeds. Pungent, spicy taste decreases kapha, increases pitta substantially, and increases vata slightly. Pungent is made from the elements of fire plus air and is catabolic in action. Examples are onions, ginger, garlic, and cayenne. Astringent taste strongly decrease kapha, slightly decrease pitta, and slightly increase vata. Astringent is made of air plus earth. It has a cooling property and is catabolic in action. Examples are unripe bananas, turmeric, and alum. Sour taste strongly increase kapha and pitta and slightly decrease vata. Sour consists of earth plus fire. It has a heating property and an anabolic action. Examples are plain yogurt, lemons, and limes. Salty taste strongly increases kapha and pitta and slightly decreases vata. Salt Salty consists of water and fire with a heating property. It is anabolic in action. Examples are sea salt and kelp, or Himalayan salt. Sweet taste strongly increase kapha, strongly decrease pitta, and mildly decrease vata. Sweet consists of earth and water. It has a cooling property and an anabolic action. Examples are grains, milk, candies, and dates. When the energy of foods and herbs is understood by their taste, properties, and actions, then it is theoretically possible to determine which elements, ether, air, fire, water, and earth, and their related energies and physiological functions will be increased or decreased by consuming a particular food or herb. To understand how this concept is applied, consider a person who has excess kapha, typically someone who is overweight. This person could increase their consumption of pungent and bitter foods and reduce their consumption of sweet-tasting foods. This would tend to reduce the kapha element and assist the person in losing weight. Consider people who need a little more grounding. These people have excess vata, space cadets. They could feel less scattered by avoiding excessive consumption of bitter foods, since the bitter, that is, like coffee taste, the bitter taste strongly increases vata. The last concept to consider in what Dr. Ballantyne terms taste pharmacology is vipak. Vipak is the final taste effect, the effect after food has undergone digestion. Most of the time this follows a common sense process. Thus, starchy foods have the same effect as a sweet taste after digestion. However, every guideline has an exception. This is called pravaha, something that happens without any logical explanation. In certain cases, the taste of foods in the mouth do not necessarily follow a logical process in their ultimate effects on the body. These ancient energy concepts of nutrition harmonize with the picture of the body as an energy field. This is in contrast to the biochemical point of view, which analyzes nutrients in terms of proteins, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, and minerals. The energy picture is natural and dynamic. The biochemical point of view encourages one to picture life and awareness as arising out of the elements. However, as stated in the introduction, it may be in fact that the elements arise out of the step-down crystallized energy and consciousness. That's the end of the lecture on nutrition.